Alright guys, what's up? Zater here for episode number 5 of my Minecraft series, and as you can see I cleaned up some of the mess, although I ended up making an even bigger one. Well, kinda. All I did was bring down my farm animals from upstairs and everything else. So, today is gonna be a good day. We are going to start a project, and I'm sure if you watched last episode you know exactly what we're doing. We are going to start on the tree farm, and as you can tell I finally finished this up except for the melons, and I went on a little adventure and found some pumpkins, which wasn't really that big of a deal, but hey, we have them now, we can use them for lights. So first we're going to start by adding the fence gates here, and these are what are going to allow the drops such as saplings and this is going to be a pain. These are what's going to allow the drops such as saplings and apples and whatnot to be collected here at the collection source, and we are going to quickly dig out this collection source, and this could be a pain because of the lava, but that should only be at the one end. And yes, as you guys saw, I did do a little bit of exploring, not really anything too special, just I went out and found those pumpkins, and I found some lily pads as well, but other than that, nothing too exciting. Gathered some steak and chicken, and that's about it. But here we are adding the, actually why don't we go ahead and add the water too. These are going to be, this is just so that they'll stay open no matter what, even if we log out, because fence gates are kind of funky. They tend to stay open when you don't want them to, or close when you don't want them to. But here we go, collection's ready. So now we are going to add a light on either side. There will be one there, there, and we will repeat this for the other side. And this is so that we can get rid of the torches and have lights such as pumpkin or glowstone. Now these aren't necessary. All of these aren't necessary. You could just do one side, like what I'm doing. Like you could just do this inside. You don't have to double it, but I like the look of having it doubled, so that's what we're doing here. And the walls I will probably leave plain, and then I'll go back and fix them as needed later on off camera, just because I don't think you guys want to sit here and watch me play with aesthetics. So we will do that stuff off camera. And a lot of these builds that I'm putting into this farming area are inspired by other YouTubers such as Exumaboyd, Doc M, and what I'm going to do for the melon / pumpkin farm is actually inspired by Nebris88. Some of you may know who he is. But now that we have that done, we are going to add these little doorways. Well, though they're not doorways, these are what are going to hold back the water that will flood the area and pick up the saplings. So it's as simple as 3 high. Let me just go ahead and go all the way across with this. But in case you guys haven't noticed, I've been spending quite a bit of time recently working on it, a lot more than when I first started. But this is the kind of stuff that I love doing, building, and well, I just love playing the game, and so making these videos just keeps me entertained while doing it. And this will be replaced, but for now we are going to do that. We need to come back here. For the wiring, we are going to put 3 blocks like this on every doorway. Let's see, get more stone bricks out. We need to make sure to keep this lit up because I don't want monsters spawning back here. And then we are going to put 1 in each center hole. Now I'm probably just going to build the basic part of this tree farm, as same goes for the wheat farm and the well, all of the farms actually, just because I'm not going to worry about putting together the actual redstone, because some of it I'm going to have to play around with to get it right in the compact spaces I've set aside, and I really don't want you guys to see me fail epically at redstone, which is pretty well guaranteed to happen. So there's that. And these, what I'm doing right now is some of this is going to be for the redstone, and some of it will also be for the not redstone, for the water to hold it in place. And speaking of water, I don't have any on me, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna run and grab some. Alright, I went and grabbed some water, and as you can tell I already placed it on that side just to make this go faster. But all we're gonna do is place it right here. And there won't always be these holes here. These are just to keep it from running all over the place. Then we're going to jump down in the hole and place the piston so that it will come down and reach and stop the water when we power it with redstone. And then we will do the same for this side. And the same right here. Oops. We placed that one wrong. And here. Now, what happened to our redstone torch? Do we have an extra one somewhere, I wonder? That is odd. That's no biggie. We can make another one quick. Although now we're going to be short on redstone, but it'll all work out. Now, now the actual tree farm is ready to go. And if you had this set up differently, you would just put a redstone repeater there, piece of dust, repeater, dust, repeater, dust, repeater. But because I have this lava wall here, I don't think I will be able to do this because of the fact that I have no room for redstone, because that lava wall is in the way. But that is all you do for the redstone. And we actually didn't need that other piece of redstone, so we're all right there. And then it's just a matter of closing up the walls. But like I said, I don't know what I plan on doing for the walls, so for now I'll leave them undone. Then when we go to plant our saplings, we're going to plant them exactly like this. That way there's room for them to grow. And that's the general gist of what we are looking for here. Now I'm going to quick wire this up and see what we need to do, and then I will bring you guys back when I've accomplished something else. Well guys, that was quick. The redstone actually didn't turn out to be very difficult at all. I'll show you kind of what I did. Again, we had the repeaters shown. We'll just go through the side here. Well, actually, we'll leave that. We'll need that to show a little bit. But all we did was the switch we put right here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I think I got it switched off in time. But that switch we put there, and that's just redstone leading up from there. Then it goes to an inverter here and then powers the rest, and it's the same on the other side. So really it wasn't that hard. It was just a matter of figuring out where we're going to put stuff. So go ahead and replace this, and since we have a few trees here, I think we'll go ahead and demonstrate. So you just come through here and cut your trees like normal, which is really easy to do. This farm is extremely useful now that you can plant trees side by side now, so this makes it go really fast and easy. And you just come over to the other side and cut down the trees over here. I think that's the only tree. So then, while that stuff's decaying, in a perfect situation, you'd have all these trees grown, so just make it easy. And while those trees are decaying, you come down here and flip the switch, and you can hear all the drops falling into water, and it will bring the drops to you. And this will clean up any saplings that didn't grow. Like, I think we only have 4 or 5 trees that grew, 4 trees. So all the rest of the saplings that didn't grow, and move them down here too. And then you just come back here. Oh, whoops. Helps if you flip the lever back. Then it's just a matter of replanting your trees. Oops. So there you have it. This is our new tree farm. And we are going to be using this a lot, and in the future we might even end up making it bigger. And to make it bigger, it's really simple actually. Each of these 3 wide deals is actually 1 segment, and you can keep adding them as many as you need to get as big of a tree farm as you want. So it's really easy to make these tree farms bigger and make them more available to use. So that is done. Well, the main part of it's done. I'll come back here and make it look pretty off camera and give you guys an update later. But over here, as you can tell, I started clearing out the area to begin the other farms that we are going to need, and then we will make the last farm over here. But I think I'm going to stop for now, and we might come back and show you guys something later. Alright guys, I'm back, and before we go over and show you the tree farm, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm getting a collection of records here, so I figured, what the heck, it's time we make ourselves a jukebox. That way we can listen to these beautiful records. So there we go. Our first jukebox. Oops. And there we go. Feels good. we got something else accomplished. But anyway, we got the tree farm finished, and it's fully grown, so we'll go ahead and harvest it real quick. We'll let you listen to the beautiful music playing while I harvest this. If you can hear it. I hope you can hear it. My volume might be too low though. There you go, full stack of wood. And I'll turn this on and let you guys see it in full progress. Well, there you go guys, you get the gist of it. We'll leave it running for a little bit, that way it'll collect the rest of the saplings. But you can see it will be working pretty good. And I actually added these pressure plates here just to stop the water from coming out here. So that's that. And while I was gone, I also began work on the wheat farm. And I will show that here. Just show you what I've been doing. See, you can't really see anything here anymore. But, notice this button here? We have a secret entrance. I use those two gumballs, or slime balls, that I found earlier, and use them to make a little maintenance passage. But this is what the first layer is gonna look like. We'll plant the seeds here. Then we'll come up here on the next layer, replace all of these, and remember the main idea for this farm is to be able to stack them on top of each other. And so by building it this way, we are then able to do that. We place blocks there, here, and there. So I'll take a water bucket. Another one, and like that. And now all it is a matter of putting some light, and all you need is to have it like that. Now from here it's just a matter of planting, because then when everything's grown, you'll this is just a temporary switch, but you'll have a redstone current coming to there, and it will then flood this so that you can then grow, or it will flood it and push all of the items down to here. And from here you can just stack these one on top of another, and I plan to do at least 2 more, maybe even 3 more, and then on top of that we'll have a cactus farm. So that's what we're doing for the wheat farm, and there's no sense in me showing you what's going on there. You guys get the gist of it. I'll probably give you a rundown of what it will be after I get it put together, but for now we'll leave it at that, and I'll be back in a little bit when I have some more done. Well guys, I'm back, and the wheat farm is officially, well, for the most part, done. I don't have any of the redstone really hooked up well, and I don't have the water streams hooked up. But that's mostly because I haven't hooked up the other farms. But here is what we're looking at. I ended up going with 4, and it's not all the way grown yet, but I think we'll go ahead and harvest it. Now, above this, right here, I plan on doing a cactus farm what level are we at? We're at 23, so we've got plenty of room to go. I'll probably go with at least 2 cactus farms, maybe 3, and they'll be stacked similar to this, and we'll have a piston shut off so that we will only collect the cactus when we collect the wheat. So, and we will also have the collection hooked up to our reed farm, and that goes for the water streams. Now, since you can hear all the wheat dropping there, now since we don't have any of the water stream, like the collection done, all of our wheat and everything is just going to land right here. So that's kind of a downside at the moment, but that'll change here shortly. Let's go ahead and turn it off. And now, and that's what this maintenance store is too, by the way. It just lets us come back here, and it allows us to quickly get up here and replant. And then it's just a matter of replacing down the wheat, which that's one downside to making automatic farms in this game, is there's no way to get it done where you don't have to replant it. It's impossible. I mean, there's no way to get around doing that, but really, what are you going to do? You can't have everything automated. But that is basically the wheat farm. There's not much more to it than that. So, as far as the reed farm goes, I know, and the cactus for that matter, I know I'll be doing those off camera. The cactus farm especially, everybody's seen those, everyone's built one, they're all the same. And there's really no need for a cactus farm, but I feel like it's necessary since we have all the other farms. Why not have a cactus farm? But like I said, everyone's built one, everyone knows how to build one, so I'm not really going to dive into the making of that. And for the reed farm, it's really not that complicated. All it is having them grow like this in a line, and then pistons pushing off the top 2 layers. So again, that one's not really necessary to show either. The reed farm's going to go here, like I've said. So really, I think everything else from here on out, except for maybe the pumpkin and melon farm, will be off camera. So there's that. And you can tell I've got a little bit of a vine infestation, but that's all been planned, don't worry. But before we go here, I'd like to show you guys this pick. I mean, how about that? It's not very often that you get, let alone, well, 2 enchantments, let alone a level 2 enchantment along with another enchantment. So I am very happy about that, and we can finally get rid of this, which is good because I hate the look of this thing. But I will rip that up, clean some stuff up, and we will see you guys next time. Later!